Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh yeah. Bring our microphone a little bit in here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, good. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Carmela Show, the aftermath of being cured by cannabis. Sorry I'm a little bit late. That is why I say 4:20 Mountain Stoner Time, because, you know, it'll be like sometime around 4:20. But anyways, yeah. I was going to say something else and I forgot, but anyways. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you are all having a great Saturday, and happy Stoner Day. I'm going to start in with my Alice strain of the day because I need my duty. So we will do that. Oh, I just feel like I'll discombobulate it right now. I'll get onto it. Like, you know, we'll do this.
You're up from a nap.
Yeah, I just got up from a nap, so, you know, we're good. And then wash my hair and blow dry and, you know, makeup and, hair and makeup. It's so fun. Like, before my show, I'm always like, I'm gonna go in hair and makeup. Anyways, I almost let this, but no, okay, we have to do this properly. Okay, you know what? It's gonna be a good night. Yeah, so this is my talk 44, and we're going to continue on doing a part 2 of the last talk, how I was talking about my disability application papers and stuff like that, and the essay I had to write. So that's what this one's going to be about. And so that's why I don't really have a prep sheet of like everything I'm going to talk about, because it's all on there, and I'm just going to read through it. But yeah, a little bit distracted on the beginning part here. So let me pull myself together. Okay. So, the doobie of choice today for my Alice strain of the day is called Melon. Oh, sorry, I just really wanted to pull through that because I've been hearing about it. It sounds really good. Yeah, so Melon, very beautiful and tasty. And then he was saying, there's like, the terpenes are basically the same as the other ones, so there wasn't anything that really stood out on that, so I might just kind of, yeah, the beta-caryophyllene one, and so I might just kind of skip over the terpene part of it, but the beta-caryophyllene one is that like peppery, very common one that's in a lot of different bud. Okay, so which one do I usually go first? This one, I think. So the feelings are talkative, creative, and uplifted. Oh, that's good. Very nice. And then negatives, dry mouth. And then the melon strain flavors are berry, tropical, and lemon. Oh, that's why it tastes a little tropical. Yeah, it tastes like a really good like fruit punch on a beach that got served in a coconut or something with a little umbrella, you know. Yeah, that was really nice. And then it says it is 33% of people said it helped with their stress, 33% of people said it helped with their anxiety, and 33% of people said it helped with bipolar disorder. Ah, interesting. Very interesting. That's a different one. Never seen that one on there before. Yeah, very cool. And then, let's see, so we've got all that part, and then it's a lot more calming than energizing, it says here, probably on the THC level, so that's probably pretty cool. And then the melon, that's interesting for the bipolar, so it's kind of a calming thing for you, so yeah, very interesting. The melon or THA, it's like
that's the closest one on
the closest one that we could find. What was this one called as a bud?
This is from Good Supply, and it's called Melon Dream.
Melon Dream, okay.
Yeah,
so it's the closest one on Leafly that we could find to give you a rundown of it. I was going to say run up and then a run out, and I was like, I don't know, where am I running to?
Why are we running?
Why are we running? If I'm running, you better be running too, because something is chasing me.
Because I don't run.
Okay. So, Melon is a hybrid marijuana strain made by crossing melon with biker kush. This strain takes the best of both worlds and features a flavor profile that includes cantaloupe. Oh, cantaloupe, that's what I taste. Cantaloupe, melon, and gas. Because I definitely taste the gas. I definitely, drank gas before. No.
You never siphoned for fuel?
No, never had to siphon for fuel. Not yet, anyhow. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that tastes so good. Just pulling with before lighting. And if you haven't watched my show before, and by doing that, you can really taste all the terpenes and the flavors. And there's a ton of flavor profiles that are different, and so many different cannabis, like bud flavors. Yeah, it's so cool. Anyways, what else? Okay, cantaloupe, melon, and gas. The melon has a strong aroma that infiltrates your senses. This strain provides relaxing and sedating effects. Oh, nice. So, if I fall asleep halfway through my show, it's not my fault. Somebody take over and start talking.
I'll just have to get up and hit the stop button.
Somebody poker. Can I poker? Okay. That's interesting that it says it has a strong aroma and infiltrates your senses, because, I am so addicted to just pulling under this right now.
Nice, right?
That is so nice. So one thing is, once you light it, everything's going to change. The flavors are totally different. So that's why I'm super getting my full pull. It's a full pull. Okay. Well, I got this new necklace and earrings at the secondhand store today. It's super cute. Super, costume jewelry, vintage stuff. But I know I'm going to get warm. I'm going to take this off and then light my doobie. This is not a Moochie dress. It's just one of my fun dresses that I can't really wear to work because it's a little too open at the back and everything. And then it's cute because the collar zips up, and then you can have it that way if you want. But anyways, so cute. So I never have places to wear it because, when you live in a smallish city or town, there's not a lot of places you can wear it without people judging you. People should be less judgy. You should be able to wear whatever you want to wear, whenever you want, wherever you want. Anyways, it's really funny. So it's working so far because I keep looking over, but then I look back. But my sister, for Thanksgiving, she got me a fun little, I don't know, something. So it's this little mushroom, but then it goes whoop, whoop. So she was like, I saw this and I thought of you, and this lady I know, she custom makes them. I was like, oh my gosh, I love mushrooms. So yeah, so I put him on my little webcam camera, so I'm always looking at him at the camera because I'm so bad at looking at the camera. Anyway, so I'll do my best because I have my little buddy up there, and then we're gonna light this because this is so amazing. So one more pull and then let's go. Yeah, it's so melon and cantaloupe, and both. I taste a bit of honeydew in there too, almost so good. Okay. That's good, but it's trying to burn crazy. I've been pulling through it too much. It's what are we doing? Oh my gosh. Now it's moist. Uh-oh. Very good. I'm actually gonna lick this one because it's just a little dry. I don't want it to burn away on me. Hope that'll work.
It is a little chunky when it busts up.
Oh, okay, so it's a little chunky when it busts up. So the melon dream. Very fun. Okay. This will be so fun to get back into. Okay, so basically, if you missed the first one, I did the other one. Okay, wait. Let me start over. It's gonna be such a fun talk. I'm so excited about this. Okay, gather yourself, Carmela. You got this. So, okay. This is part 2 of my thankful for cannabis. Fuck BiG PharMa. Because literally, fuck BiG PharMa with all that they have done to me and the things that they have prescribed me, which, like, I should have never had in my body ever. And so I found throughout, I was unloading a storage unit and came across some documents that I was like, oh my gosh, this is literally my application for my essay to get onto disability when I was in Ontario. And so I haven't been on disability in quite a few years now, actually. And then being in BC and everything. So yeah. But finding those documents, I was rereading through this essay going like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I had to write this to get onto disability. Like, if you're going through so much stuff, like, I don't know, like, it shouldn't be that hard to beg and plead to get on disability. Like, shouldn't that be why you have a family doctor? Like, they should be helping you to, you know, get what you need, you know? Anyway, so basically, when I found it, I was just blown away, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, like, where I am now, being cured by cannabis. And just blown away by how bad it was, to the point of I'm like begging and pleading on paper to try and get onto a disability, which is very little payment every month to even survive. So, you know, it's just when you're at wit's end and you have nothing else
Migrants get more.
What?
Migrants get more.
Migrants get more. Oh dear. Well, that's a whole nother show. You should start your own tinfoil hat show, baby.
Right.
Al's opinion. Al's findings. We do want to come on and do another cannabinoid corner too. Oh my gosh, this thing's gonna burn out crazily. So bad. Usually I'm pretty good and it doesn't really do that. But this one, I guess, is a very like dry, clumpy breakdown. Oh, now I slobbered too much. I have a problem with that actually. Like, oh my gosh, I drool too much. It's my man's fault.
Hey.
Oh, his is burning great. Okay, guys. We're used to that though. Like, it's me that has the problem. You know, it's happening. It's working. I'll show my lap. Oh, look at, I barely made it. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, I was just kind of blown away by finding this, so I wanted to bring it on and share with you guys. And so on the first part of this that I did last week, I read page 1 and 2, and it left you guys crying. And well, I was crying. I don't know. I just left you guys as I was crying. So, I hope you weren't crying, but anyways, if you were, thank you. You know, it was a lot going through that at the time, and then also rereading through it and like reliving that. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So anyway, we're gonna try and keep going because there's 10 pages of what I've got to read, so we're two into it. So we're gonna keep going, and then I was gonna peek into it today and be like, what am I gonna be looking into today? And then I was like, you know what, like just let it be. Like, you know, you already know what's coming, and so it's gonna fall in there one way or another. And so I thought I'd just wait again, like I did last time. I just kind of surprised myself on what more I'm gonna read, because at the beginning when I started reading, I was just blown away, and I was like, oh my gosh, and then flipped through it really fast and just saw keywords and key points, and I was just like, I need to bring this onto my show and tell you guys. And that's why, like, I say fuck BiG PharMa, is because this is ridiculous that, like, I went to this level of pain and misery and like never getting desperation, yes, and never getting better, and then nobody would like help to the level I needed until like amazing Bill came along. And Al's the one who introduced me to Bill, my amazing man Al, which is his lead grower. And so it's been so beautiful of a journey of me just learning more about cannabis and what it's doing for my body and how it's healed me, and more just want to share with you guys that like there's another way besides fucking BiG PharMa, because they're not healing you ever. Like, you know, I've never walked away from like a hospital and be like, wow, I literally got cured from that. No, like you always have a new medication to take, or you got a new you know, new regime of like do this and this and do that and that, and oh my gosh, and blah blah blah. And then, you know, they're just making money left, right, and center off of you, and you never get better, and then you have more side effects, and you're back to the doctor with another side effect, and they're like, oh, don't worry, we'll give you a pill for that side effect, and you're going to be fine. They're like, no, like, you're never getting better. So anyways, I was at the point of I'm never getting better, stamped on disability papers, 5 disabilities, never getting better. And then literally, yeah, found the papers. So that's why I'm sharing that with you guys again today and continuing on until I'm done. I hope I can finish more of it this time because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to take me like part 5. Like, please no. And then yesterday when I was like posting my show, I was literally fingers crossed that I was going to feel okay. Because yesterday, I don't know, there was like apparently a double full moon that just happened a couple days ago. And it was like 2 days in a row of like full moons. And that's like rare. And so there was like so much like barometric pressure and just like so much going on, so much energy and like so much overload of everything. But anyways, I literally woke up Friday morning, I think it was. And my face was like so swollen and my eyes were like swollen and like I was like, what? Like, I don't get it. Like, I didn't drink, I didn't have coffee, I didn't like, what the hell? And so yeah, it was just weird. And then it took like all day for like my swelling to go down. I was like texting my coworker going like, I'm so glad I'm not working today because like, oh my gosh, like looks like I ate something that I'm allergic to. Like, and so I was literally like, am I allergic to coconut oils? Like, am I allergic to like, I was like, no, okay, calm down. But yeah, it was really crazy. And then like this morning I woke up and I was like, yeah, I feel great. I'm definitely still doing my show, not canceling it also. Oh, I just, babe, yeah. So you know, like up on our wedding time capsule thing. Yeah. So there used to be a bridegroom and I don't know what happened. But he's gone.
Is he gone?
He must be away working.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's the end of the season, he's on the road.
Yeah, we have this cute little like wedding time capsule tin thing. It's actually really cool that we found at like a garage seller secondhand store, and it's just like the neatest thing inside there. And so we're like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I have cake topper bride and groom up top there, and I don't know what happened to the groom, so we're thinking he's working away. So because you know my man does that sometimes. So anyways, okay, continuing on. Oh my gosh.
Good weed.
It is good weed, and that's good because I need to laugh because in case to keep from crying. It's gonna be awesome. Okay. I'm gonna try to keep smoking this so it doesn't go up. So we're done that one. Page 1 and 2. Page 3, here we go. So a sit for a remaining few hours for the same results each time. Endo, severe, many cysts. By the time I'm back home, I'm usually...
I think you'd left the last one off.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think where to come back in from that. Like, so basically, if you missed the last one, so I came in from... Yeah, it's hard to come back into this one. But basically, I was talking about being left on a table after having an internal ultrasound done during my period and just being left in a pool of my own blood to clean up after my own self and like with very little tissue and everything. And then just bawling my eyes out from the way I was treated. And then I think it comes into this. It looks like it. I sit for a remaining few hours for the same results each time. Like, because, yeah, like, they literally would continuously be like, we're going to do an internal ultrasound. I'm like, are you... What? Because they tell you you cannot see endometriosis on an ultrasound. So why are you doing it then? Like, why am I bleeding all over this table as you're reefing this thing inside me? Like, what? I'm sorry, like... Think about what you're saying, doctor. Like, oh, we can't see endometriosis on an ultrasound. We have to go in laparoscopically and surgically. Okay. I get that. So every time I go into the hospital and the ER, which I was reading about in the page 1 and 2, is I end up in the ER with such bad endometriosis pain and cramps and everything years ago. And they would just sit me in a wheelchair and put me on morphine and just like hydrate me with like IV bags and everything. And then they would always do an internal ultrasound to like, oh, let's see what's going on. Oh, let's see what's going on. No, like, because you can't see it on an ultrasound. So you're just in there having a great time splashing around. Like, no, enough. Like, So anyways, yeah, basically just sit for the few remaining hours for the same results each time. Endo, severe, many cysts, yada yada, period. By the time I'm back home, I'm usually starving from not being able to eat all that day, and possibly the previous day too. Yeah, and that's the thing. So I was on so much pain that I couldn't eat, and the smallest amount of weight in my belly, like I would just like, no, I can't eat anymore. Like I was even saying this, I think on another talk, because I don't think I was mentioning it on the. I rewatched some of my old talks, and it's like really helps me actually. But I was saying how I couldn't even like go out on a date sometimes because I would like we'd order and then I would have 2 bites and then be like, no, pack it up. I'm taking mine home. And then I like sometimes I would let them finish or whatever, and I would just take mine home. But then we just would be like, I don't understand. Like you're gonna sit and finish, but you want yours back. I'm like, yes, because I know I cannot add any more weight to my belly. Like, and so yeah, it was just really crazy. So yeah, usually starving, yeah, from not eating that day or the previous day too. I get very weak and low on iron during this time, even though I'm starving. I'm terrified to eat because I'll get more pains from the weight of any amount of food inside me, adding more pressure. Yeah, okay, so just like what I said. That's so funny. Like I love telling my story and telling my show because I'm like, it's just everything's true. Everything's my story. Everything, like I don't have to like there's no lying. Like there's no like making
scripted.
Crap up. There's no what?
It's not scripted.
Yeah, it's not scripted. Like it's just all my story. Like, and I know all this, and this is all my experience. And so yeah, when that year last year I think it was or whatever, that one person that was like, maybe you're making it all up and you're just false hope and false. You know, I was like, what? Like, how can I make this crap? I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, no, I'm not making this up. Anyway. So basically, yeah, because I just basically iterated that story and then read it right here, like in a very different way. Like, oh my gosh. Anyway, so like, need I say more? But anyway, continuing on, because this is my story and my right to tell my experience. Like, this is crazy to go from so freaking disabled for life to cured by cannabis. Wait, what? Like, how is she cured? I don't know. That's how beautiful and amazing cannabis is like, it literally works. And no wonder why fucking BiG PharMa took it out of our lives. Like, oh my gosh. Oh. I'm like, I don't know why I thought it was a fly. It's my microphone. You can stay. It's okay. I just want to push it out of the way. Okay. I most definitely cannot cook, clean, bathe, drive, or even walk without assistance from someone willing to help me or do it for me. When I am home alone during my period, I sometimes need to sleep on the floor close to the bathroom, so it's easier for me to only slightly get up and crawl there, still being able to keep my body in the fetal position. I'm going to pause there for a second because back to where I cannot cook, clean, bathe, drive even, or like walk without assistance. I love cooking right now. I cook all the time, and like my cooking has gone like through the roof on like amazing flavors and like so fun with like all these different combinations and new things to try and like it's so fun. And my latest thing is like smoked salts. Oh my gosh, so good. I think I maybe talked about it in the past shows. Talk about that another time, but anyway. And then bathing, I've talked about that, how like just it's so much easier for me now to like hop in the shower and do absolutely everything, like washing and shave and everything in like 8 to 12 minutes, and I'm done and I'm out of there and alive. Like, you know, before, like I needed someone to either help or I had to sit down in a bath, and it took me forever, and I was like, I saw stars, like just shaving my armpits, like it was so ridiculous to the point that like I didn't want to take a shower all the time. I didn't want to take a bath all the time. It was like 2 weeks, and I'm like, fine, if I have to, like, okay, like, you know, as long as someone's in the house, so in case I die, like, you know, it was so bad. So yeah, these little things just mean the world. And then driving, oh my gosh, I absolutely love driving so much. And when I was a kid, I was like, I want to be a race car driver. My dad was like, you have to be like a millionaire to be like a race car driver, because like you don't win money until you hit like, you know, NASCAR. So I was like, oh my gosh, really? Like he's like, yeah, but you know, I was like, he's like, I get it. Like he loves cars too, so you know. But anyway, I just love driving. I have a really fun, fast car right now, and it's just, yeah, it's my whole, like, everything. Like, I'm, like, excited to go to the grocery store. I'm excited to drive to the bank. I'm excited to drive to work, because I'm like, I get to drive. Like, I love driving. Anyway, so it's just super awesome, because I'll explain one thing that explains why, like, you know, to a level of an actual experience of, that I can say to you that driving was very scary to me. So my man used to have a really big muscular type Mustang, and it was a Standard, and I know how to drive a Standard, but to drive this car was just so much effort of like clutch and like, and it was just, my body couldn't do it. And I would feel tensed up, and like, and literally that, like, I was gonna like paralyze in place and just lose control of the car, and that was terrifying to me. So I like rarely drove the car. I think I backed up once, and I was like, I'm never doing that again. That was so scary. It was like from here to there. Like he was like, can you just move it in the parking lot, like over? And I was like, what? Like I have to drive your car. It was so scary. But yeah, now, like, had he still had the car, but you know, he trades all the time. It's so funny. He loves his car trading. It's awesome. So we always got new vehicles all the time. But anyway, so if he still had it, I would probably very most likely be able to drive it a lot more strong, like, and confident, instead of like, I'm terrified of lose control of this amazing, like, huge sports car. So yeah,
I miss that car.
I miss that car too. It was a good car. We had lots of pictures of it. Okay. Let's see if I can pick up where I left off. Oh, we need to get further along. This is crazy. Okay. Sometimes when all of... Okay, wait. Yeah. Yeah. So I ended with, I just need to sleep near the bathroom in fetal position. Sometimes when all of my body is in pain during my period, that I will start throwing up, and I cannot stop for hours, nor can I keep anything down, not even water. My body aches even more now, trembling with cold sweats to the point of soaking my clothes, shivering with goosebumps from head to toe, and it seriously feels like this is the end for me, and I'm going to die from puking pain overload. Oh my gosh, puking pain overload. Wow, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's another one of just my like lockout trauma. Like, this was disastrous. Like, don't think about it. But yeah, it happened, and I'm very actually thankful to have found this, because I was like, wow, this is mind-boggling. So, oh my gosh. Oh no. So my man was like, wow, watching one of your shows, like, you could play a drinking game, because one of them we were watching, I literally say mind-boggling like 1,000 times in the show. Just like every second word. Oh my goodness. So I will try not to say that word for the rest of the show now. It was amazing. Anyway, okay. So fun. Oh, where was I? So, puking pain overload. This is causing malnutrition and dehydration for me. I'm so thin now that I can cup my hand around the side of my waist and feel the golf ball sized cyst rolling around inside me. Oh. Okay. So I remember that. So I used to be so thin that I could like go like this and I could touch, and I can't now. Like I've gained weight and I'm healthier now. So, but I used to be able to go like this, and I could feel, and I'd like roll it around, and it was like this huge like thing. Oh my goodness, it was crazy. So yeah, I definitely remember that. That was nuts. They basically described it as like a large orange like size cyst, but I'm like, from what though? Like, what is the root of these cysts? Like, if you like, you always hear like people like, oh, I have a cyst here, or I have a cyst there, or I got a cyst here removed, or I like a cyst there removed. But they never really tell you like what caused the cyst, or how to avoid the next one, or like what to do that will actually help you. Like I don't know. In my opinion, it was just always surgery, 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 and like get in there and just cut her open or whatever. Like it was just never like the solution, in my opinion, because it always came back, or it always got worse, or it always this and that. So like in my opinion, like surgery's not the answer. Then like if it's not working, like do something different. Like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Like so doctors are insane. Fuck Big Pharma. Okay, maybe not. So rolling around inside me, that golf ball size cyst. So that at the time, yeah, I guess it was like golf ball size, because at one point there was maybe it was a different one that was the orange size, but anyway, there was a few over the years. Sometimes I need to move it around by gently rubbing so it's not pushing against other sores and lesions inside me from my endo. When my pains are bad enough. Okay, so I'm going to pause there again, too. Oh my gosh, we're never going to get through this. We're like barely halfway through page 1, but it's okay. This is my show. I'm allowed to do this. What did you say?
Page 3.
Page 3. Yeah, I know, but page 1 of today. So basically, I used to move the ball around, or the cyst around, so it wasn't pushing against other sores or lesions inside me from my endo. And that's what I wrote there. But like, I literally go through pains now that are random and sporadic because I ate something dairy related, or I step off a curb wrong and I have like a crack in my pelvis, I think, or like that pelvic dysplasia dysfunction. It's a pelvic symphysis dysfunction. There we go. That one. I've talked about that on different shows, where it's like usually it's from giving childbirth, or an injury or something, but I haven't given childbirth. So like, and so that means it's from, I believe, a hockey injury where I was landing on my pelvis and probably gave it a little crack. Anyways. So there are times where I'm like perfectly fine and everything's great and peachy, and then I step wrong and my pelvis adjusts in a different way, and I will like go through the roof. And I've been telling doctors about this for years, and not one doctor has diagnosed what that is and what's wrong. And like, anyway, so like I did my own be your own doctor and figured it out for myself, and figured out it's pubic symphysis dysfunction is what it's called. Anyway, so it's basically, yeah, like a disorder within your pelvis, and I think mine's like a crack or separation of some sort. Anyway, so with that pain that I'm talking about here, and that cyst that I had to move around to get out of the way of other things that I was told were lesions and adhesions from endometriosis, well, I think it's actually from lactose cramps or that pubic symphysis dysfunction, because I can literally call it when it's going to happen now, because if I ate something or if I stepped off something wrong and blah blah blah, right? But it's not ever now an endometriosis thing, because in my opinion, like I'm saying, I'm cured from endo. Because whatever they were calling that, whatever that was, and whatever they're saying, oh, you have lesions, adhesions, and all this like spiderweb effect inside you, we have to go in and do surgery over and over. And like, okay, I'm trusting you that you're the doctor and you're telling me the truth. Or are you lying like fucking Big Pharma is, and like there's other things going on? Because suddenly I start taking Bill's Amazing Tinctures and get suddenly cured by cannabis, and suddenly find out on my own that I have pubic symphysis dysfunction problem and I'm lactose intolerant on my own. So either I never had endo in the first place because it doesn't freaking exist, or somebody's lying about something. Because like, what that things aren't jiving here. Because, yeah, what they're telling me is endometriosis and the similar pains. So that's what I'm trying to get to, is similar pains. So when I used to move that cyst around, I was probably moving it around from my bowels and my intestines and everything, because there are sharp pains that happen where I am literally like stopped in place going like, oh, 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 oh. And that happens to this day if I eat dairy, like the wrong dairy product. Like, so it's mind-boggling to me. Oh no, I said it again. Is it mind-blowing to me? Because it shouldn't make sense like that if it's not true what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like, like, I think they're lying, like, literally, because things are not adding up. Like, things are literally more accurate from my own personal research and my own be your own doctor and my own discoveries of, oh, if I don't eat cheese, I have the best period in the world, to the point that I don't even know I'm on my period. So if some doctor could have just said, don't eat cheese around your period, thank you. Instead, no, we're going to like prescribe you Lupron, turn you into a dude, then we're going to do surgery after surgery after surgery, and like have so much fun with you on the table. Like, oh my God, so exciting. No, that's like, what? That's like the most horrifying horror story ever. Like, oh wait, that's real life. That's our hospitals. That's our doctors nowadays. That's our freaking big pharma nowadays. That's so-called prescribing you drugs that'll help you. Like, no. Anyways, I'm gonna relight my doobie because I need a breather. Woo! So worked up. So exciting. Wow. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Okay, yeah, lesions, adhesions, like that cyst rubbing, moving around kit from the endo. When my pains are bad enough to the point of puking, I cannot be touched anymore, nor helped up, as the pain is pulsating throughout my whole body. Even my skin and hair hurts. Yeah, literally. Like, somebody would like try to like rub my back or like caress my head, and I'd just be like, oh, like, don't even, like, because I was just, the pain levels were just like pins and needles shooting out of my body by that point. So I'm like, you come anywhere near my body and I can feel your energy, and like it hurts. Like, so like that's how bad. Like, it was just unbelievable pain. But you know what? If I ate way too much cheese and I have, like, and then learned, and you know, but so yeah, I used to eat the bocconcini cheese and put it in the microwave and like stretch it out with a fork and then put it back in the microwave, like mix it up in the way and then stretch it out with a fork. But by reheating that, that's that thing that I was talking about in the other show. I should pull that out wherever that is. But anyways, because I was learning about that is what makes it worse and worse, is by heating it, and you do create this lysine blocker. Anyways, but it was creating this like rock in my stomach, and the more you add to that rock in the stomach, the more you add to a blockage, and you haven't pooped in days, like it hurts more and more and more and more and more and more, like until you die. Like, it literally, like, you can get so sick and sick and sicker and sicker if you do not take a shit enough, like often enough, literally. Like, and so that, in my opinion, is where I was at. Because one thing that's interesting is, right before a surgery every time, they were like, oh, you need to be cleaned up. I was like, what? Like, and they were like, well, you're super, like, blocked up and everything. So, like, anyway, so they would make me take Citromag. And if I can find a picture, I'll pop one up. Oh no, I did that for my future editing. But anyway, Citromag is disgusting, and it tastes like Skittle water. Like, oh my gosh, it's like so sweet and like sour, watery grossness. Like, I don't know, it's just so gross. But anyways, and you have to drink like the whole bottle, and then you literally shit your guts out for like hours and hours, but it's like such a invasive way to do it, in my opinion, because now, like, if I get a little blocked up, like, I'll take some milk and magnesia and, like, very gently and just like one little swig and, like, I'm good. Or, like, if it's not that bad, I do baking soda water all the time, and baking soda water works super good and, like, cleans you out, and then you're fine. Like, you're not, like, losing your shit all day long, like, and you can't go to work and you can't, like, drive and because you need to be near a toilet, like, hugging the toilet, like, no. It's literally so easy on you as the baking soda and water, but be gentle with it because it works, like, it does. But anyway, so I don't know why they made me take Citromeg, because it's such another level. But anyway, there was this one time before a surgery, I think it was the one in Vancouver, so I had to fly out the next morning, but it was like 11 o'clock at night, and I had to go get a colon hydrotherapy session done. And they literally, like, shoot warm water up your butt and, like, swirl it around and just suck it back out. And they flush you out. And that's actually really nice. You know, it is. It's very nice. Anyway, that's another story. But, yeah, like, it works. And so the lady that was doing it for me, she actually said, like, oh, my gosh, like, you are actually so backed up that you've got, I know you've got your flight tomorrow and your surgery. So, like, what time are you flying out? Can you come tomorrow morning again and do a second session? And I was like, what? She was like, yeah, you're, like, so blocked up, so bad. But it's because, like, no doctor was ever telling me stop eating cheese, stop eating dairy, like, you're saving your life by doing that. Like, no, nobody ever thought to mention that. Like, thanks, guys. Good job, doctors, you're doing your job. Like, are you? No. Like, oh my goodness. So, anyways, yeah, just a little side note there about when you're super blocked up, like, it might not just be it might not be endometriosis, like they're saying. It might just be don't eat dairy, or sometimes it's for girls, it's gluten. Like, don't eat gluten, like, you know, and you're fine. Like, you don't have to go on loop around and turn into a dude to get rid of your endo. Like, no, it's not worth it. Like, trust me. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we're gonna be okay. We're good. It is calming and relaxing. I need to light it, though, and smoke it, because then it would be more calming and relaxing. I got this beautiful ring from the thrift shop, and then bought it because it fit me, and I didn't really look at it much, but then I got it home, and there was, like, it's real silver, and it's got, like, all these beautiful blue gems underneath it, and then this beautiful pink rose, like, colored one in the middle, and, like, the whole thing is, like, rose kind of silver. Like, I don't know, it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Such a good buy. Anyways, I'm not distracted by my jewelry. So fun wearing jewelry again. I can't believe how much jewelry. Then the lady was like, are you gonna, like, take it apart and turn it into your own jewelry? I was like, no, I'm gonna wear it like jewelry. Because, like, I can wear jewelry now. So, like, what? Like, what do you mean take it apart? Like, I literally, like, this is, like, a very old, like, looking costume jewelry type vintage looking necklace, and there's all these different, like, pieces, but every single piece is there. Like, it's all there. And then same with the earrings, like, they're all there. Usually when you find costume jewelry, there's, like, little stones missing, and all the rhinestones, like, you know, there's the odd one missing, and it's hard to replace those. So, like, why buy it if it's missing pieces? So, like, they're fully intact, and she's asking me if I'm going to take them apart and smash them and make them into my own jewelry. No, why all the extra work? Like, they are jewelry. Like, did you know that? So cute. Okay. So, trying to figure out where I left off here. Can't be touched. My skin and hair hurts. If touched or helped up, I will wail in agony from dangerously severe measures of pain. During my period, I seriously need to make sure I keep up with my painkiller dosage from morning to night to be able to maintain my pains to a level at which I can still breathe and get to the hospital if needed. But if I miss taking it, fall asleep, or forget, and my pain escalates too much too fast, I will collapse and pass out from the pain. I cannot breathe anymore through it and need to consciously stop myself from taking too big or too many breaths because my body can't take it anymore. I'm too exhausted from the pains, pressures, weight of my own body, straining, tension, and tearing. I sometimes forget things because I now suffer from short-term memory loss from the accident. I need to write things down everywhere to remind myself, even to remember when I took my last pill. I have to write down, otherwise I will forget. Actually, I remember that. I think I used to write down when I smoked weed too, because I would have such short-term memory at the time that I would just like forget when I smoked my last doobie, or forget when I like smoked some hash, or like, and then like, you know, I was taking tons of painkillers and drugs at the time as well. So like, oh my gosh, like I found, I should have brought it in, but I found a ton more actually. I'm always finding them in like different boxes of storage and everything. It's just like tons of pill bottles and all these weird different pills and these names, and I'm just like, what is, like, that's crazy, all the different crazy medications I used to be on. But yeah, so I like dumped out all the extras because there was a whole bunch of extras, like, anyway, so I disposed of those properly. Anyways, and then I kept the containers because I wanted to like show you guys and like hold up this like huge giant Ziploc bag full of like all this medication that I used to be on. But anyway, like super crazy. But super cured by cannabis now. I'm like amazing and feeling great. So like, oh my gosh, if you haven't called Bill, man, like that'll change your life. Okay, let's see here. Okay, otherwise I'll forget and not. Yeah, wait, I need to. Yeah, okay, even remember. Took my last pill, I have to write down, otherwise I'll forget and not know when to take another. This has added to my depression. Not being able to remember something that happened only an hour or two ago. I use medical marijuana for my daily pain maintenance, but when my pain gets worse, I need the assistance of either Percocets, morphine, or Toradol. I recently had a really bad morphine withdrawal at home alone because I didn't know that I needed to wean myself off of it each time I'm not in need of it. That was a terrifying and haunting experience in my life, and I never want to use morphine again because of that. I don't know if you guys have heard that story in my other one, but I've talked about it in a past show. But basically, yeah, if you are on a super crazy drug like morphine or something, and they suddenly just take you off it and put you on something else because morphine's not working and you're immune to it, and like, oh, we're just going to put you on Toradol, you might need to wean yourself off. And if they don't know that, like they should, you need to know that. And so you need to wean yourself off of it, because I did not, and I just switched like cold turkey. And I went through the most horrifying morphine withdrawal of my life, and I was like shaking like a freaking junkie or something. Like I was like sweating and shaking and like, what is happening to me? And like I was like rocking, and like, oh my god, and my teeth were shattering, and like I was sweating and then cold, and like it was like ridiculous. And so somebody, thankfully, that was in my life at the time came downstairs, and she lived upstairs in the building. And she was like, oh my gosh, I've like seen this before. Wait, like, what have you been on at the hospital? And what did they take you off? And what did they put you on? And she started asking the right questions. And I just started answering. And I was like, morphine, Toradol now. Like, what? Like, she goes, oh my gosh, you're going through a morphine withdrawal. And I'm like, what? Like, what am I supposed to do? And she's like, write it out, man. Write it out. Like, I don't know what else to do. Like, and so it took like 2 or 3 days, like, to write it out. Like, oh my gosh, it was horrifying and just so bad and so like sick feeling. It was, I think I was like puking and everything. It was just so gross. Anyways. Okay, so basically, yeah. So I went from like, yeah, Percocets, morphine, Toradol, and then this horrifying withdrawal and all that. So yeah. I now use Toradol when my pains become severe each month. The severity is each month is rising, and I'm hoping for surgery. Yeah, because like back then I thought surgery was helping me. Like, it's so like makes me mad now. But anyway, hoping for surgery in August 2017 if I can get in. I'm also suffering from worse depression and anxiety during my period, and this also drains me. I cannot be social at all during my period and just want to stay in bed for the whole dreadful week. Oh my gosh. Poor thing again. Like, air hug for myself. I'm so proud of myself where I am now. Like, wow. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill. And then, yeah, so just want to stay in bed the whole dreadful week, hoping it ends soon. I can hardly eat at all, as I mentioned above, as I get painfully bloated and bodily constipated. Bodily? Badly. There we go. Painfully bloated and badly constipated as well during my period. So I knew I was constipated. They knew I was constipated. Nobody's putting two and two together. Like, it's so freaking simple. Anyway, okay. I had to go through all this so I could have my awesome show to this day, right? Like, it had to have a meaning for everything. Because when I was going through this, I was like, seriously, why me? Like, all of my sisters don't have endometriosis. Like, I'm the only one with endometriosis. I'm the only one around me. Like, I feel like the only one going through it. Like, nobody believes me. Nobody understands me. Like, why am I going through this? And like, what is the purpose of this? And now I'm like, oh, okay. So I can have my awesome show and, like, tell my amazing story and, like, be the best advocate for cannabis that there can be, in my opinion, of women's health and, like, what I'm trying to say of, like, look at how, like, cannabis is so simple and BiG PharMa is so, like, complex and messed up and, like, it's almost like right down to the Bible. Like, God is not a God of complexion or anything. Like, God is simple. God is not a God of confusion. And so if you're confused, it's not godly. Like, so, yeah. And I don't know, like, I've kind of hung on to that throughout my life. And so, if it's not of Divine Mother, if it's not of the earth, if it's not of Mother Earth, then, like, it might not be good. Like, anyways, getting chilling off. Okay, so we are moving on. So, yeah, constipated. So, well. So, yeah, painfully bloated and badly constipated as well during my period, and most times cannot go at all for 1 to 2 weeks. What? If I was telling my doctor 1 to 2 weeks I haven't pooped, like, don't you want to look into that? Like, I don't know. In my opinion, like, every doctor I've ever seen then is a failure because you guys, like, failed me because, like... This is so simple to reread this as myself, as this normal human being that's not a doctor and didn't go to college for this and didn't go to, like, university to be a doctor. And I'm reading this going like, oh my goodness, this girl probably was, like, lactose intolerant because she's, like, really bloated around her period and, like, really constipated for 1 to 2 weeks around her period. Like, okay. Yeah, I need to take a deep breath here. Where am I at for time? Okay, well, we're getting there. Okay, so making my bowel and intestines sore and messed up, causing more problems. I'll try and get to the end of this part, and then that's 2 more pages. Yay, good job. Oh my gosh, it's going to take 5. So this constipation is causing me bad blockages to the point where I'm crippled from gut pains and cannot move without it feeling like barbed wire is being tightened around my abdomen, chest, and pelvis. Like, that's crazy to read that part right there because that's exactly how I used to describe my endo pain, is like wrapped around, like, barbed wire around my intestines, my gut. And no, that's from constipation. Like, what? So fun. Okay. I'm just so proud of myself of the doctor that I've become on my own, be my own doctor, and I'm just, like, the best doctor for myself that I can be. So you need to be your own doctor. Listen to your body. Watch my past shows that I called Be Your Own Doctor Part 1, 2, 3, 4 or something like that. And, like, seriously. And then I did later on, there's a part 5, and I talk about different things again. So, yeah, try and go back and catch those. And I teach you how to be your own doctor, why you're being your own doctor, why I'm being my own doctor, like, ways to do it, and, like, what to do. And, yeah. So, like, it's worth it. Because, like, this is freaking crazy. Okay. So, yeah, barbed wire, abdomen, chest, pelvis. I now take domperidone. That sounds like a nice wine or something. Domperidone, when this happens to me, it helps things moving again. What's domperidone? Is it like a...
I don't know. Domperidone is like something.
Yeah, like a wine. I'll have to look that domperidone up in my pub chem because it's probably in there. But that's interesting. I should highlight that. I'm gonna highlight that because that's interesting to me. Pumpkin that shit. Okay. So when this happens, it helps things get moving again. I also have an appointment mid-June to see a gastro specialist. If I can somewhat get things moving and relieve some pressure, it's still. I wonder whatever happened with the gastro specialist. I don't remember. I wonder. I don't know. I'll go through more of this doctor file that I found. I don't know where I got that or how. Or it's like part of my disability application stuff, maybe? Like, did it come in the whole package? But anyways, it, like, of all my reports of doctor's stuff from who knows how far back when. Like, or is it just Ontario? I don't know. So anyways, I'll go through that and get a little bit more information and see if I can find out more about that part. And yeah, anyway. And then the gastro specialist, I should circle that part too. Yeah, and whatever happened there. Okay. And then, so if I can somewhat get things moving and relieve some pressure, it still hurts as now things inside are moving and tearing and pulling away from my inner walls, making it feel like things are getting ripped apart inside me while I try to go to the bathroom. Going pee is the same. The release and pressure hurts just as much as the pressure itself. My rise in levels of depression and anxiety can also cause massive blockages for me. Oh, see, I'm blaming it on depression. No, I probably ate some, like, super awesome mushroom cheese that day. There was, like, this truffle cheese that I used to love. Oh, and manchego. I'm like, oh, brie. I'm like, oh. I miss cheese so much. But anyway, I am so much better off without cheese because I don't have endometriosis anymore. Like, anyway, the week before my period, I experienced severe hormonal imbalances, mood swings, mental and emotional breakdowns, crying fits, panic attacks, depression, anxiety, and severe irritability. Oh my god. So I'm like a piece of cake before my period. And then I become more antisocial and don't even want to see anyone or have them deal with me in this state. Yeah, because I was a mess. Like, it was just horrifying. I struggle a lot to get my daily, weekly tasks done in time because I know that soon come the following week I will be bedridden again for a week from life-threatening pains. I can become very debilitated from my depression and anxiety, not being able to even think clearly anymore, concentrate or focus to get simple things done. My days can get so complicated with ups and downs from pain, aches, fatigue, and mental struggles from all 5 of my disabilities that I feel like I'm on a roller coaster, not knowing what to expect next or how to prepare or even live moment to moment, as everything and anything in my body can change so fast with the smallest triggers, causing all this painful chaos and mental havoc for me without warnings most times. I struggle to even get out of bed each morning due to my severe hip pain and fibro, making me stiff and sore all over in every joint and muscle, and feeling unrested and fatigued. Some mornings are way worse and I cannot get out of bed at all from debilitating muscle and joint pains. I'm just wondering, maybe I should pause there because then it just continues on again, like a whole another 2 pages. So, yeah, where did I end off there about, yeah, so the roller coaster, I'll just kind of end with that. So my life, yeah, it literally used to be a roller coaster of, like, I couldn't plan things because people, like, you know, even if I did have friends at the time or whenever, you know, in certain parts of my life, times of my life I did, and then other times it was just, like, didn't know anybody or new town or whatever, and then, like, had friends or whatever, and so, like, and then it was just, if I even could hang out with them, because they'd be like, do you want to hang out tomorrow? Like, I'm off. I'm like, sure, no problem. Like, I'll try and see how I feel. And the next day, like, totally different story. Like, I'm just like super sick, like, just don't feel good at all. Like, again, like, probably ate some cheese that night, woke up the next morning with a blockage and didn't know why and blamed it on endo. And so, like, yeah, like, my life was always this roller coaster of, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, oh, we're going down. Oh, now we're swooping this way. Oh, we're going under a tunnel. Oh, okay, we're going up. Oh, we're going up upside down. Like, oh my goodness. Like, oh dear. Oh, we're going out so far underground. Are we going underwater? Are we gonna drown? Oh no, we're gonna come back. Oh, okay, we're back. Like, and so, yeah, like, now my life is stable where I can have a job that's like, I work 4 or 5 days a week. And then I can have my 3 side businesses of my Moochie threads. And I was going to say my Moochie Gucci covers, but yeah, those will get finished one day soon. But anyways, my Moochie threads, fashion line, and then my alterations, everything I've been doing lately. And then my CMW photo and my photography. And then still my aquarium moms and my fishies and everything. So, like, yeah, like, it just, now I have this stable life that I can plan, I can think, I can organize, I can, like, get things done, and it's just been just so beautiful. So anyways, super awesome to be cured by cannabis, and thank you so much to my amazing cannabis health consultant Bill. And if you haven't got in touch with him, you might want to, because he's definitely worth the phone call. And you can get in touch with him. He's in the link over here or down here, as Daryl Fay. I just call him Bill, but yeah, Daryl Fay. And yeah, definitely worth the phone call, because if you learn that your body has an endocannabinoid system that works in tie with cannabis and like perfectly in sync, and then animals have it, and like birds have it, and fish have it, like we all have an endocannabinoid system, like we have a skeletal system or a cardiovascular system or a, you know, all of it. Okay, so it's so beautiful and it's so amazing, and he is worth getting in touch with, because if you have any ailments that you're struggling with and you're just giving up on BiG PharMa like I did, then yeah, definitely give him a phone call, because he's worth it, because it changed my life and I just would never go back. I would never make a different decision. I wish I would have met him so much sooner, because 12 years of endometriosis, so-called, was just hell on earth. But you know, it brought me to this beautiful place now of, I have this amazing story, I have this beautiful show, I have this beautiful life, I have this beautiful family. I'm just so happy in life with everything that I'm doing. And so yeah, I'm just all thanks to being cured by cannabis. So anyways, love you all so much. Thanks for watching my show again, and tune in next time for the continuation of this never-ending show. It is the show that never ends.
It will go on and on. And some people started watching it and they don't know what they did. Anyways.
Okay, well, we love you so much, and we'll see you next time. We'll try and get on with the Countdown Corner soon, because Alan and I want to come back and do something again with you guys, and do either some testing or even just talk about the endocannabinoid system. My mouth is dry. That weed is dry mouth. Definitely. But anyways, so Cannabis Corner, check it out. Check me out on YouTube. Follow me on Rumble and YouTube, and you can subscribe on YouTube. So I can say subscribe now. Al says okay bye. I say okay bye. Love you all so much. And again, happy Stoner Day and happy 420. And we'll see you guys next time. Love y'all. Bye bye.